Alright, Braktai Howard, Braktai Howard Shai, Braktai Howard, Braktai Howard Shai, Cowplay, how about Sound Shai, about Howard Takadash, double honor to the elder apostle, our great Milton Woo Will, the carry tie taking the oxygen that puts in the truth across the four corners of the earth to the fear and power of how about Sound Shai that the hope will elect. And salutations to the Israelite foreigner that scattered among all the nations off the four corners of the earth that believe in the name of Yahweh Shalom Shai, and shalom to the Israelite, shalom to the sister and family that tune into the gospel that's preached around the whole world. Peace and mercy unto you, and who the world inwardly called God, his name is Yahweh, and who the world inwardly called Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai. And we're the Hebrew Israelite that consists of you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, and those who line the sin to go back to one of the 12 tribes of Israel due to the scattering amongst the nation around the world. Now it could be on the elect won't fall to temptation of the mark of the beast, okay? With the 1/3, 144,000 men within the 1/3 of Israel are not going to fall into that temptation of taking that chip with the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast in Revelation 13, okay? But first we're going to get into right, Revelation chapter 3, okay? Because the hour of temptation is when the Israelite could be presented to take that RFID chip, okay? Which is to bow down to so-called white man's system, alright? It's the beast system, Esau Edom that operating. Revelation chapter 3, verse verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Alright, so you gotta remember we gotta endure all harness the good soldier while having patience, alright? Waiting for the prophecy to unfold, waiting for ultimately how Shai to come back to redeem the elect. That takes patience, okay? Even though you hate it in the day, you still have to have patience with long suffering. With that, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Alright, so that's the trade-off for being patient. You're going to be kept from the hour of temptation. Alright, you're going to be guarded from falling into temptation. Real quick. Revelation 14 and 12. Here is the patient of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandment of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's part of having that patience. Okay? Read that again. Verse 10. It said, because I have kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Alright, like I said, the hour of temptation is being presented with that RFID chip, the mark of the beast. Okay? Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So anybody can be tried and presented to take that RFID chip. Okay? So we go to Revelation 13 because Edom, so-called white man, he gonna try to deceive the masses into taking that chip. Okay? Oh, this is for health reasons. Oh, not worry about getting your money stolen, having an identity in case something happens where you're unconscious or whatnot. Those are all these things that Esau is trying to deceive the masses using celebrity, all right, using religious leaders in order for you to follow those that you already follow to convince you that there's nothing wrong in taking these things. All right, that it's not the mark of the beast. All right, that it's basically just a chip, and they're gonna try to tell you that they have no correlation of the Bible prophecy. All right, which it does. Only the true men of the Lord, all right, trying to with the elder apostle, that great millstone, are telling you the truth, give you the correct breakdown of the scripture through the fear and power of Yahweh Shall Shai by Shem Havakakadas with the Holy Spirit. Okay, it's Revelation 13 and 15. It said he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. All right, the image of the beast is the system, the society that push and offers. All right, the philosophy, all those things are part of the image of the beast. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So you can make it to where if you people don't accept this chip, this RFID chip, that you're gonna be killed. All right. That's why they're putting all these guillotines and all these concentration camp, FEMA camps throughout the United States. Okay, 'cause they want you to. Pretty soon they're gonna be forced. You're gonna have to be forced to take it in order to sustain or operate and Edom system, the so-called white man, the beat system. All right, you're not gonna be able to buy. You're not gonna be able to steal. You're not gonna be able to get on transportation. None of that. You're not gonna be able to live in a house. Cause he's talking to make it to where the only way you're able to do those things is you take the RFID chip, if you take the chip. All right, that's why the elect gonna be like, the hell with that. Okay, because it could be given and put on their spirit that they know, or they could have to go into concentration camp, prison, or they have to get their head beheaded, or get spiritual power. All right, to lift up a standard against the enemy. Okay, to have a way to escape out of the situation that you're in to avoid taking that RFID chip. Okay, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. All right, so it doesn't matter if you got money in the bank, ain't got no money, you poor, you're homeless, you're in prison. It doesn't matter what your credit score is, what your social status is. None of that. Everybody gonna have to take the RFID chip. All right, you're gonna make it mandatory. All right, you're gonna have those that not gonna take it, where they're gonna die for the name of Yahweh Child Shine and not bow down to the image of the beast and not worshiping the image of the beast and not taking the RFID chip. Because there's a greater reward for doing those things. We basically refuse what Esau is offering you. All right, the kingdom of heaven, rule over the nation. All right, a crown. It's a whole list of things that we're gonna receive in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. Instead, to receive a mark in their right hand. When you look at the word mark in the Greek, it's karak. All right, and that's what they're gonna basically put. Look it up real quick. Like that. Revelation 3. Revelation 13 and 15. The Greek word for mark is like a karagma. Alright? A stamped and printed mark. Okay? But when you go to the root word, it's karak. Alright? Which is a palisade. And what I just did a video a couple of days ago. A couple of days ago, an in-depth on Trent. All right, word Trent in the Greek is karak. Okay, a stake or palisade, and what looked like a stake or palisade or a pail, a syringe. So the syringe could be used to put with the needle to have the RFID chip in it to put into your arm and give you that chip. All right, and that's how they can give you that mark. That's why you go back to Corogma, it's an imprinted mark, a stamp. All right. And what could be imprinted to your skin? That chip. All right. You be able to see it on the right underneath your skin. You'll be able to feel it. That's an imprinted mark. Okay. Like my dog right here, he have a chip. Cause according to Eastlaw law, you have to have a chip on your dog. All right. I got him from the what do you call it? Not the impound. Escaped me, but either way, he had to get his chip in order to take him home. All right, and he could feel it. It felt like an imprint. All right, so that proved that the RFID chip is a imprinted mark. Okay, and that would be when you go in the wrong, it's a bad servitude, right? Because that could be your bad that you're serving the so-called white man, Esau Edom. You're serving the beast system, all right? Because therefore now you become a worshiper of the image of the beast, okay? As the scriptures say. It said, Revelation 13 and 15, he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark. You're not going to be able to buy or sell anything unless you have that mark, alright? That mark going to show that you belong to the beast system, and therefore you're able to operate within that system, okay? But the elect not going to be operating in that system, okay? Let's try in Matthew. I get that real quick. 24 and I think it's 24. Let me find it real quick. Is it First Peter? Let's see. Can't remember, but the scriptures say be at program on upon the earth. All right, because we're gonna have to flee, avoid, because we're not gonna be able to stay where we're living at and not be able to work no more. All right, because they're gonna have it to where in order to still work, you have to have an RFID chip. All right, they're likely to be the hell with that. So pretty soon you're not gonna be able to pay your rent, nothing like that. So you're gonna have to be at program upon the earth. All right, you're gonna have to move around. Okay. It said and that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, 606. And his number is 600, three scores is this, which is this. That's the number of men. Okay? That's a whole nother lesson to go into. Now back to Revelation 3. It's 3 and 10. It said, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay? So, if you're going upon the earth, you could be predicted to take that ship. Alright? And that's the hour of temptation. Okay? Now look at the word temptation.
Strong's G 3986. Pyrosmas. Pyrosmas.
That's an experiment, attempt, trial, proven. Okay? It said the trial of a man's fidelity, alright, which he believe in. Fidelity is faith, belief. Because the infidel is an unbeliever. If you look up the word fidelity, that's not what I wanted. Alright, fidelity is the faithfulness to a person, cause, or belief. Alright, demonstrated by continuing loyalty and support. Alright, and that's what the word fidelity means. Integrity. So you could be tried of your fidelity, and you could be tried of your integrity. All right, you could be tried whether you believe and have faith in Yahweh Shai. Okay, that He is going to that He's gonna keep you from temptation. All right, Scripture does say that every man be tempted, but to not fall into temptation. That's the part, though. Is not to fall into that temptation. All right. It's an enticement to sin, temptation. All right. They're gonna Esau gonna entice you to commit a sin. Would prove that taking the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, is a sin. Okay. Because one, you're not supposed to make no marking into the flesh. Two, you're not supposed to make no cutting into your flesh. And three, you're to fall into the temple. Alright? And four, it tells you to not take the mark. So it's a sin for you to take the RFID chip. Alright? So that's why the elect are not going to take it. Hold on, my thing is slowing down. Okay, back. Of the condition of things or a mental state by which we are enticed to sin or to a lapse from the faith and holiness, adversity, affliction, trouble. Sent by Yahweh and serving to test or prove one character faith. So you could be tested whether you're really of the elect. Because by not taking the RFID chip, that could be proving that you're part of the elect, man. Of course, there could be probably some of those that don't take it, but they're not part of the elect. But all in all, you could be proven of your character. It's to prove your character whether you're a man or if you're the elect or not. You go here in the throne. So that's what temptation is, okay? Basically to be enticed to sin. Alright, now let's get the word more precept. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. It said, there had no temptation taken you, but such as is common to men. Alright? Which means nobody can say, oh, I'm the only one that's been tempted by the thing. Alright? Or I'm the only one that had this type of temptation. No. Because it's common unto men. Okay? It said, continue to read. There had no temptation taken you, but such as is common to men. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape. See? So he's going to make a way for you to escape the hour of temptation. Alright? Yes, you could be tempted. You take the RFID chip. We can make it to where you're not going to say yes to taking the RFID chip. See? And that's going to be the way for you to escape out of that. Alright? That you may be able to bear it. So you can be able to bear it. Okay? Why? It could be the hour of temptation. And you're going to make it a way for you to escape out of that temptation. Okay? This is 2 Peter 2 and 9. They read, where we at? The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Alright? So the point is that how much outside knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation. And like we just read in what was that? In 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. Okay? He's making a way for you to escape. Why? Because he knows how to deliver you out of that situation, out of that temptation. It's Matthew 26. It's 26 and 40. And 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. All right. So what prayer that make you think of is Matthew 6 and 13. All right. The Lord prayer. Okay. So it's Matthew chapter 6 and 13, which is part of the Lord prayer, and it reads, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Alright, and you read that part in the Hebrew, part of the Lord prayer. As you can see it, it is verse 13. It said, Wala'ah, Taba Yahana, Lakita, Baya'a, Nawa, Banata Tayawan, Habab, Hasanawa, Mayan, Rak Kaya, Laka, Hamolawa, Wala'a. Waha Tapa Ara, La'ai, Walayam, Amen. Alright? So that's part of the Lord Prayer. Alright? That we can pray to not be given to temptations. I'll read again in English. It said, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Alright? Because the RFID chip, the market beat, is evil. Alright? So we have to pray that we are not given to that temptation. Alright? Because the elect is what? Because the elect won't fall into temptation of the RFID chip, the market or the market of beast. Alright, however you want to title it. Okay? I think I have one more scripture. Where we at? Yeah, I knew I had another one. Alright, this is James 1 and 12. So we can close out on this right here. Alright. Hold on. Hold on, before we get that, it's Revelation 3 and 10 in the NLT. Because you have obeyed my command to preserve, I will protect you from the great time of testing. See? The testing is what? Of being tested to take the RFID chip with the marker B. Of the testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world. See? So if you basically take that RFID chip with the marker B, you belong to the world. Alright? No, it's lucky that's not what it's saying. It said, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world. Alright? Those who live on the earth. Okay? So you want to pass that test of not taking that RFID chip with the mark of the beast. Now that's James 1. We'll get to James. 1 and 12, it reads, "Blessed is the man that endure temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him." Alright, that crown of life is you gonna receive. We read Revelation, what's that, 11? Not 11. Is it 10? Not 10, hold on. Yeah, Revelation chapter 7, okay? We put a crown upon their head. It's Revelation 7 and 13. And one of the older answered, saying unto me, "What are these which are arrayed in white robe, and whence came they?" And I said unto him, "Sir, thou knowest." And he said to me, "These are they which came out of the great tribulation, and have washed their robe, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore are they before the throne of Yahweh, and serve him day and night in the temple. And he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. They shall..." Oh, that's not it. Let me do that. Hold on. I straight 1 and 12. Instead, I'm reading it again. It said, "Blessed is the man that endure temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life. Alright, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him." Alright. It's got quite a few scriptures too. It's Matthew 25, 24, 34. "Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundations of the world." Luke, no, that's not it. 2 Timothy 4 and 8. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness with the Lord, the righteous judge shall give me at that day, and not me only but unto all them also that love his appearing, and that's going to be the elect. This is 1 Peter 5:4. When the chief shepherd shall appear with Yahushua, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. Alright, that's the incorruptible that 1 Corinthians chapter 9 is talking about. Okay. This is Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou hast suffered. Thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Alright? Whatever amount of days it is that could be tried unto you, you have to be faithful unto death. Alright? Whether you have to die or whether you're able to escape out of that prison. Alright? And I will give thee a crown of life. Okay? Now let's go back to James 1:12. I'll read that again. It said, blessed is the man that endure temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yahweh. Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Alright, because we read the temptation for the Greek word in Revelation chapter 3:10. It's the enticed sin, right? So it's right here, it said enticed. It said, then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Alright? So if you take that RFID chip, if you gave in to that temptation to take the RFID chip, you basically are going to receive death. Okay? Do not err, my beloved brethren. Alright? So don't err from that. So that's pretty much it. The elect is not going to fall into the temptation of the mark of the beast. So hopefully that was edifying to the fear and power of Yahweh Shall Shine. And it's all about enduring and as a good hardened as a good soldier, and have your faith, trust, and belief, and all your might in Yahweh Shall Shine. Then with that, Shalom.